And welcome everyone back to this week's episode of Off the Wire, where every week we bring you the top 5 episodes of that week, not episodes, but articles, and diving right into it. And as always, you can catch all this information here right on hoopslounge.com. First article here off Sports Illustrated is Jabari Parker declares for the NBA draft. Jabari Parker, really top-level scorer out of Duke, and he should go probably top 3. I imagine his scoring skill won't let him slip past that. This is such a loaded draft that we'll see. It depends a little bit more on a need, but his ceiling might be a little bit lower than some other guys, but I really think that he will be at least a serviceable player. Like this guy is a starter no matter how you look at it. And so it looks like all the big names that we were kind of fearing wouldn't be in the draft are going to be in the draft. Second one here off ESPN.com. Looking back at the game 1 in Toronto where the shot clock here didn't work and it would cause some issues. So not a great showing for the up north hoops with regards to television, fanfare. But they did manage to fix it up for game 2, and Raptors did pull that one off. So let's say the shot clock might have played in their favor, or maybe they just played a lot better. So give this one a read off ESPN.com. Third one here, this one's off RealGM.com. Blake Griffin and how his relationship with Chris Paul has evolved every year. We've seen Blake Griffin come into the league as basically just a dunker and has turned into quite an all-around player. And if you read here, his relationship with Jamal Crawford, with Paul, and it just, it's his brother kind of relationship, and Paul's really, put the time in. So is Doc Rivers into turning Blake Griffin into the all-star power forward that we see today. Fourth article here off Sports Illustrated again. The maestro, Joakim Noah, orchestrates the Bulls on both ends of the court. This is just after Joakim Noah has won the Defensive Player of the Year award, and in my opinion, should be in the conversation for MVP. I don't think he'll win it over guys like Durant and LeBron and such, but he definitely is the most valuable player on that team, and let's be honest, without him, they're not making the playoffs. So when we look at Joakim Noah, his passing, his rebounding, he's an overall, he just brings great to the game. There's feels like Miles Plumlee, and you know what? He's just a guy you really want your team going to the playoffs. And if the Bull in maybe a top-level scorer, even just get Derrick Rose back next year, they're going to be in a good spot. The fifth article here, this is a bit of a good feel-good one. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. Nav Vatsia has been a long-time Raptors season ticket holder since 1995, and it's a story of him basically watching the growth of the Raptors since their indoctrination in 1995 and seeing the growth. I mean, he was there to see the Carter years, Walt William years, Damon Stoudemire, just the list goes on. And it's, when we talk about teams, small market teams, I don't know, you can't really call Toronto a small market, I suppose, but we think of a lot of fans as new fans, as who just jumped on the bandwagon this year, last one, but there are a lot of guys, myself included, who've been there since the beginning and have been pushing the Raptors on. So to give this is probably one of the more interesting reads here off the New York Times. So that's been the top 5 articles of the week, and as always, you can catch us here on hoopslounge.com, where we have all of our podcast articles. Make sure to check out these Technical Tuesdays, by the way. They're really interesting, by my man Mike Grumberg. And we can check all our videos here. We did actually a Hoops Lounge playoff preview with one Dwight Walton. So here we have the East and the West covered. They're both 43 minutes. That's why we call them overtime. But they are interesting. A lot of back and forth banter. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. And as always, our blog talk, Hoops Lounge. You can go there if you want to download any of our content and put it on your iPod. So I want to thank you for another good show, and thanks for showing up. And we'll catch you next time in the lounge. And this has been Off the Wire.